Good morning guys and welcome back. Alright, service is done, off we go. We had some rain in the morning, it's still pretty overclouded here, but I think it's time to head on. First we fuel up here and then we get out of here. I'm heading towards Chefchaouen for the next couple of days. We could make it today even, but yeah, let's see. I'm not quite sure about that yet. Alrighty, bike is filled up and I hope we are good to go. No, I missed that turn because you can go straight down here, or otherwise you have to navigate around up here. But it's not that bad, we will make it anyway. That's the touristy road, you know. Alrighty, alrighty. So, service was quite easy done. They changed the chain, the how is it called, the sprockets, the front and the rear sprocket, and they did the whole service as well. So oil change, checking, whatever it is needed for the yearly service, and I paid 413 euros. So it's much cheaper than in Germany for sure, and I think also in Central Europe, but I think it's still more expensive than it could be because it's KTM, you know. But other than that, I think it's a fair price if you not consider the hotel for 155 euros for 2 nights, because then I think we are closer to the prices in Germany, because I wouldn't have to take accommodation. But hey, I don't mind. The bike is set for the next 15,000 kilometers at 46,400, so that should be nice. Other than that, we will see what's going on or what is happening, but for now let's get out of Casablanca. This is just nuts, absolutely mayhem here. Hey, that's why I'd rather be in the countryside than around town, cities and all the people and whatnot. I have no idea what's going on, you know. So it makes sense to be in the countryside where it's much more chill, much relaxed than here. But hey, sometimes you have to go into the big cities, especially here, the biggest city in Morocco. First of all, I wanted to check some places out, even though I'm not a big sightseeing guy, especially not in cities. And the infrastructure, of course, it's much better here, because try to find a KTM dealer, especially in Morocco. I only found 2, one in Marrakesh and one here in Casablanca. So yeah, if you want to have your bike serviced or needed serviced by KTM for your warranty, this is what you have to go through. But now let's get out of here. I think we made it out of Casablanca finally. What a mess. And when I paid my fuel, I checked on my cash, because yesterday I went to the bank, to the ATM, to get some more cash, and I'm 99% sure I got robbed in the hotel. So yeah, that was the first time I ever get robbed. Been to 56 countries so far and never had any issues. And then you stay in the most expensive place of the whole trip, and then shit like that happens. Well, I guess God or Allah will judge, right? I am not judging about this person. Quite sure she had her reasons, that one is for sure. Because I'm quite sure it was one of the cleaning maid stuff, whatever they called. Because I had one this morning coming into my room as well when I was in the bathroom, so I don't know when or what, but I will shoot them a message and they can investigate. I don't give a shit. It should be about 60 or 70 euros that they got, so like 600 to 700 dirham. I don't know if I will leave the country tomorrow morning or in 2 days latest, because I wanted to check out some more places. But if I get robbed in a country, that means I'm not welcome. I surely will not overstay and spend my money here if people try to get money in this way, you know. So I'd rather go to Spain and Portugal and spend my money there then. So many eucalyptus trees here, but it's different from region to region, because some they have like 0, here they have massive ones. I wouldn't say the same size than in Australia, but not far off. And it's also good repellent against mosquitoes, so I think it makes sense to have one in your backyard if possible. How cool is that? Green, orange, yellow. Ah! Such a nice area again. Wow. Palm trees down by the river or by the creek down there. There is no river at the moment. You're wondering, I'm cruising along the N23 here. It seems as this road has been made just not too long ago. Really nice tarmac. Not too smooth, but smooth enough. Doggo. If it wasn't for the houses and the style they built and the red sand here, that could easily be somewhere in Europe. What do you guys reckon? If I would tell you that we are in Australia and just like flip the video around, I'll just mirror it, so I would be riding on the left side of the road. Would you notice? This is a wild horses, cars, people, everything is on the road again. Whoa, 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 lady. She's not even looking. Fuel station, I don't think we need one, right? Not yet, at least, so let's continue. There's so many fuel stations along the 404 and now the 409, so I think we should be fine, right? Alrighty friends, I just checked my Garmin and found out that I didn't put Chefchaouen in this morning, but rather Tanger. And I checked for accommodations on the way, I have to admit there are not many on the way, but there are much more towards Tanger and around that. So I guess Chef Showen is for another time. Yeah, I would love to see it, but the accommodations there are barely available at the moment. I know they have a lot, but I don't know what it is. For one night there's like basically nothing. There's a couple of hostels, and you guys know how I feel about hostels. And I found a camping ground for $8 a night. I think that's a ripoff. Therefore we're continuing towards the coast now, and then I will check my options, because I think I found a nice hotel. It's just half an hour away from the ferry port, so I could hop on the ferry tomorrow. That would be nice. Yeah, but it's still almost 3 hours to go. So yeah, let's see how it goes. What a place! I thought this would be a hell of a boring stretch, but now that we get some hills again, I'm smiling as well again under my helmet. It's so green and lush here, so nice. What do you guys reckon? With these hills and the houses and the mosque in the middle. And the lighting is getting better and better. Just the light is getting soft, you know, when the sun is setting slowly. Looking prettier and prettier. That's the right word for that. Man, I'm so bored. Still 45 minutes. The time is just not passing by at all. That is the worst. But hey, at least we can make really good progress here. Plus, if you come here, use Google Maps. I swear this thing knows every speed camera, every police control, everything is on it. So good. And people warn you as well. So if they give you some flashy lights, one after the other, then you know there's a police control. So you better not overtake, slow down, stick with the crowd, open your visor, smile and say hello. And then they usually let you pass, like, oh, another damn tourist. And another fuel station. Holy shit, there's like every 2 or 3 kilometers is a fuel station here. What is this? First we have to find out where to check in. Buffet. Oh, yes. Oh, there's some motorcycle riders as well. Some more and more and more. Alright, I guess we're just parking here. Portuguese. Ah, the other guys might be Portuguese as well. Doesn't matter, let's go. check in. Oh, kitty cat. And then I will get you for the room tour. Alrighty friends, welcome to the room. Check-in was pretty easy. So this is the entrance. Only got my one back here. So this is the situation in the bathroom. Everything nice and tidy, even though it's already pretty old it seems. This is the rest. The bed is really comfy. I already checked that one out. And this is the view. The little bit that we have, you know. This seems to be a little coffee place. Could be worse, right? And behind there is Europe. And down here is my beauty. So, time to call it a day. It was a freaking long one. A lot of kilometers covered. And yeah, to be honest, I don't want to stay here in this country anymore. I saw what I wanted to see. I got a good first impression. And now it's back to Europe. It's way too crazy from here. Yeah, and I have to go home because I already planned another trip with a friend of mine in a couple of weeks from now. So therefore I have to make a move. I could stay here for weeks and weeks, especially in the Atlas Mountains, but I think now it makes sense to go back to Europe. And yeah, I will now wait. Dinner is in 40 minutes, so I have time to schedule the ferry if needed. And yeah, I will stay here until the ferry leaves tomorrow in the morning, and then we hope always should be a half an hour to the ferry port itself. So yeah, I call it a day here guys, and I see you tomorrow on the roads ahead.